Hello there, YouTubians. It's your old pal Sora543 here. Coming at you with a little something new this time. As you can mostly tell by the title, I'm going to be doing story time for you. What this entails, meaning I'm going to be telling you a story I've been writing forever, it seems. I started writing in middle school mostly to get my anger and frustrations out, somewhere to escape to. But it's gone through several revisions, and I wanted to share it with the whole world. So we're gonna sit back. If you feel like it, you're gonna sit back and listen to me chatter away about it while listening to some cool chill out tunes on Pandora. Yeah, I don't have Pandora once. There's gonna be ads, so sorry about that in advance. But enough with that. Let's get started, shall we? The story is entitled Mix by me. Book 1. What the Heart Wants. No, sorry. What Lies in One's Heart. First episode we already messed up. Anyway, Book 1. What Lies in One's Heart. Prologue. Doctor, we have to get out of here. The last of the life pods are leaving any second. A woman with long black hair and glasses had to shout before it seemed like there were sirens going off everywhere. The person she was referring to was a man, regular build, graying hair, glasses. He did not seem to pay her any mind, though, or the sirens that were going off, because he was too busy focused on the control panel in front of him. Doctor, did you hear what I said? We have to get going. If we don't leave now, we'll be surely crushed under all the rubble, or killed by the enemy. She said as she put a hand on his shoulder. What do you want, woman? He said. Can't you see I'm busy with 16? She's almost ready. I can't leave now. But doctor, if we don't leave now, we'll be destroyed. Killed even. She said, trying to pull him away from the control panel. The doctor slammed a fist down on the panel. Leave me alone, woman, I said, turning around on the heel of his foot and backhanding her across the face. The force of the blow made her land on her butt. Sadness and rage seemed to fill the woman's eyes. You think they're all so perfect? She said, reaching into her pocket, pulling out a small iPad-like thing and touching the screen, and then holding it up to the doctor. Look here, she said, sniffing a little bit. We have reports from the front lines that Sword and Shield ran into a large group about 3 hours ago and have not reported in since. And as for speed, she would have kept going, but the doctor had turned around to look at the pad at first, but then madness streaked across his face as he reached down and started choking the life out of the woman. You lie, you insufferable whore. My children are perfect. No one could ever defeat them. Just then the whole room rumbled and shook. Pieces of debris flew everywhere. Cords flew out of sockets. And behind them, the glass tubes the panels were connected to cracked a little, and water started leaking everywhere. Sorry, talking makes me thirsty. Um, this caused the doctor to lose his balance, and he let go of the woman. She immediately ran out of there to save herself, not caring about this deluded man anymore. The doctor simply just turned around and went back to work, but was confused for a moment before the panel had darkened, because in that shake the power supply had come undone. He grumbled to himself as he walked over, shaking back and forth as the room still wobbled violently from the explosions going on overhead. As he walked behind the panel to plug it back in. Sadly, he did not notice the puddle of water that had accumulated from the tube on the floor and the cord. As he took a step forward to reach down for the cord, because it was laying in the puddle of water, immediately as he took a step forward, the 10,000 volts shot up through him, knocking him instantly dead. And that's the end of the prologue. I know, it's a bit confusing. Don't worry, it all makes sense. So, anyway, Chapter 1. Not welcome. Boy! Boy! Get up! Get up, I say! Said a shrill voice through a flimsy wooden door. Boy, if you don't get out of there within the next 10 seconds, you will be severely punished. The woman that the voice belonged to, pounded on the flimsy wooden door. Inside said door was a room no bigger than a cupboard. And inside this cupboard-like room, there was a small child, no older than 10. He was very skinny, had black hair, blue eyes, and was abnormally muscular for his age. Alright, I'm getting up. Jeez. He said, got up from his moth-eaten blanket and cold hard ground as a bed. He stretched but once, went outside, opened the door, only to be greeted by this large lump of a woman who looked like she was like 5 sizes too big for the clothes that she was wearing. Boy, I expect you to answer me I expect you to come out the first time when I call you. Yes, mother, he said, in a nonchalant tone. Don't you give me that attitude. Go and prepare breakfast. Your father will be down in any minute. Yes, mother. It was all he said in reply to her demands and orders. He walked through a short hallway and into a kitchen. This kitchen had a fire stove and a pump for water, much like you'd see in a middle-aged home. There wasn't... I'd say they were about middle class or that upper middle class. You know. The boy set to work preparing breakfast. He moved with deft movements like he had done this a million times. There were from down the hallway he could hear his so-called father come down the stairs. This man also looked like he was wearing clothes 5 clothes that were 5 sizes too small to fit him. Wow, I said such a tongue twister. Anyway, he came down, gave his wife a peck on the cheek, and immediately went into the kitchen. Boy, why isn't breakfast ready yet? You know I expect it to be here when I come down. Yes, Father. Sorry, Father. Don't you give me that attitude, he said, coming up and smacking the boy on the back of his head so hard it made him crash into the cabinet he was currently standing in front of. The boy said nothing but continued to go about his work, while his mother and father sat down at the table. They pleasantly sat there talking about what was in store for today, paying him no mind like he wasn't even there. A few minutes later, more creaks from the stairs came. A young girl, no older than 18, came down the stairs. She had black twin-tailed hair, violet eyes, and unlike her mother and father, her clothes fit her perfectly. She wasn't fat. Hello, Mother. Hello, Father. She greeted them as she walked by them and into the kitchen. Hello, Scythe, she said, gently and warmly. Reached down and hugged him. If their parents had seen this, they would have been in an outrage and had started beating him immediately. But luckily, there was a door. But there was a hallway. There was a sorry. Let me rephrase. There was a door between the kitchen and the dining room where his parents were. Hello, Whip, he said solemnly. Oh, did Father beat you again? She said, taking a look at his forehead where the new bump was. I'm used to it. You shouldn't have to be used to it, she said, grabbing cups and heading back to the table. A few minutes later, he followed her with the meal. He served and placed the meal before his family. They immediately began to eat it. Now, the thing about this table is there's only 3 seats. The boy, now referred to as Scythe, said nothing. He just stood there, filling glasses and removing plates when need be, like a butler would. Once they were done eating, if you can call that eating from the mother and father, who ate like wild pigs, while their daughter, who was named Whip, shall just ate like a normal person. But I digress. After they were done eating, he cleared the table and ate what scraps there were left. His father put on his overcoat and hat and headed for the door. He kissed Mother goodbye and headed out the door. He only turned around for an instant to bark orders at sight. I expect that west field to be plowed today. No excuses. Yes, Father. It's all he replied. The mother paid him no mind and donned her overcoat as well as a boa and hat. Come, daughter. We shall head to town and peruse the new shops, she said. Yes, mother. Just give me a few minutes to get ready. Boy, she said, go prepare the horse and carriage. Yes, mother, that's all he said. He went outside and got the horses out of their stable and started to put the necessary gear on them to hook them up to the carriage. Stretch, sorry. Just as he was finishing, his mother and Whip came out. Aren't you done yet, you wretched thing? She said, kicking him square in his little back. I was almost done when you came out, mother, he said, picking himself up. The woman referred to as mother pulled something from her handbag, and put it in the driver's seat. You know, the driver's seat. A light came out and hoisted up the reins. His mother got in first. His mother got it first. Scythe immediately knew his role here as well. You know, like he'd done this 1,000 times. He got in front of the carriage door, opened it for her, and got down on his hands and knees. As his mother stepped on his back to get in. Whip, of course, did nothing of the like. She got in by herself without hurting him in any way. She gave him a small wave, and as the carriage seemed to drive itself off into town. Alright, that seems like a good place to stop for right now. If you like this, please like and comment in below. Like and comment below. Blah, I'm getting a little tongue-tied. If I hit like 10, 20 views, I'll do more. If not, then it's kind of a bust, and I'll be embarrassed. Okay, until then, this is Sora543 saying peace.